Hawks, Hoops, Talk, and Squawk. Joel Embiid. Has he been ducking the Joker in Denver? Is he ducking at altitude in Colorado? Or what could it be? Because this past Saturday, the marquee matchup between the Philadelphia 76ers and the defending NBA world champion Denver Nuggets would have been must-see TV, except Joel Embiid, the league's rated MVP, at the last minute was scratched out of the rotation and sidelined for that game. However, it was last minute. They said the medical staff during the warm-ups pulled Embiid and told him that he would be rested. He would be a DNP for the rematch between him and the Joker. Now, we know the Sixers and Nuggets, they squared off not even 2 weeks ago. Who was it? January 16th. Basically, 11 days prior, those two teams are squared off, and Embiid hit Joker for 41 points. You know, in the clash of the last two league MVPs. He hit Joker for 41 points, 10 rebounds. 41 points, 10 assists, and only 7 rebounds. When in that head-to-head, the Joker, who had 25 points, 19 rebounds, and 3 assists. Sixers beat the Nuggets 126-121. So people were saying, well, how could Embiid be ducking Joker when he has a 6-2 career head-to-head against Nikola Jokic? And you know what I mean? Well, I see it from both sides. Like, yeah, Embiid usually dominates the matchups, and the Sixers normally beat the Nuggets when those two go head-to-head. Like I said again, Embiid is 6-2 against the Joker in their 8 career head-to-head matchups. Let's go back to last season when Denver came to town, January 28th, when Embiid hit Joker, who was then the reigning 2-time MVP. He hit him for 47 points, 18 rebounds, 5 assists, had 3 steals and 2 blocks. So the last couple of times that those two went head-to-head, Embiid put up back-to-back 40-plus point performances. Now, as far as Embiid not playing in Denver, folks can look at it like, well, Embiid dominated Joker on his home floor, but now here's Joker's chance to get some get-back on his home turf. But here again, Embiid misses this matchup. And the last time Embiid actually played in Denver was in November of 2019. So it's been 4 years since, 4 and some change since Embiid's even played in Denver. So that leads people to be like, damn, he's ducking Joker. Then there's reports about the high altitude in Colorado. And we all know with Embiid's injury or health history that, you know, maybe the altitude playing in that is not good for the league reigning MVP. Last time Embiid played in Denver was November 8th, 2019. The Nuggets won that game. I remember that game too. It was a Friday night. Me and the Queen was out date night. And I caught the 4th quarter of that game on the radio as we headed home. And that was a game the Sixers could have won But, Denver pulled it out down the stretch. Embiid in that game at 19 points, 15 rebounds, while Joker had 26 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. So, clearly Joker won that head-to-head, and his team got the W. But let me ask you guys, is Embiid ducking Joker? Because it always seems that whenever the Sixers play in Denver, Embiid doesn't suit up. And yeah, we get, Embiid schooled them the previous time they met in Philly, but what about Joker having a chance to get some get back on his home floor? Now, both of those players, they respect the hell out of each other. They have nothing but praise for the other one. Embiid, after his 41-point outing against Joker earlier this month, called Jokic the best player in the league. Joker, even though Embiid didn't play this past Saturday, had nothing but praise. He even said, whether you're a fan of the team or the sport of basketball or not, you can't deny what Embiid is doing. So, it's good to see that between arguably two of the best players in the league. The last two MVPs, and a couple of times those MVP races could have went either way. A lot of people feel like last year Joker could have went for 3 in a row. So the 2 years that Joker won it over Embiid, you could argue that Embiid deserved it. And this is why, too, I've been saying this for years, you need to have awards for both conferences, East and West. Because no doubt Embiid would have been a 3-time Eastern Conference MVP, and Joker would have been a 3-time Western Conference MVP. But that's a topic for another video. But has Embiid been ducking Joker in Denver? We know he hasn't been ducking him in Philly. But how about letting Joker have a chance to get some get back and actually get a win against the big man? But shout out to Paul Reed, who had a career high 30 points filling in for Embiid the other night. That was a great game. The Nuggets came out on top. But it was still a great game, seeing how the Sixers were down 4 starters: Embiid, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, plus DeAnthony Melton, plus reserves Robert Covington and Mo Bamba, who have been out of the rotation for some time, especially Rocco. But regardless, it was still a great game for us to go toe-to-toe with the defending champs, down so many players. But you tell me in the comments, has Embiid been ducking the Joker? Is it a high altitude thing where Embiid may get winded, or folks worry about how he'll hold up in a mile-high city? We don't know. All I know is Embiid wanted to play, but the medical staff pulled him and told him, nah, you're not suited to play today. And he's also going to miss tonight's game against the Portland Trail Blazers. Who knows if he'll even play tomorrow night in San Francisco against the Warriors. But anyway, let me know your thoughts. This was a little Hawks Hoops Talk and Squawk. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more content. Hawk out.